Fixed versus variable annuities. We're here with Stan, the annuity man, and he's going to tell us the advantages and disadvantages of both.
Well, let's just cover variable annuities. They were developed in the 50s for pure tax-deferred growth, meaning that I'm going to invest my money in mutual funds, separate accounts, and I'm not going to make decisions on anything but the investment. Taxes aren't even going to be in the issue. I'm going to let it grow tax deferred. Now they've turned into these fee monsters, etc. But at the end of the day, they still work. Variable annuities work for pure tax deferred growth. If you're going to do that, I recommend buying a no-load variable annuity.
Okay.
That's the way you do that. Now, what I do with my clients is you buy annuities for what they will do, not what they might do. So I focus on fixed annuities. Okay, variable annuities is what it might do.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do for tax deferred growth, buy a no-load, which means you have full liquidity, you can get in and out. For fixed annuities, you can solve for income for life, long-term care, legacy, principal protection by transferring that risk and contractually backing up that risk through the carrier with a fixed annuity.
So it sounds like fixed annuities are a more conservative and fundamental way to play the annuities investment vehicle.
Well, it makes sense that, I mean, that you're right about that, but the problem with that is the majority of annuities sold in this country are load variable annuities.
Why is that? I mean,
well, there's a lot of reasons, but a lot of reasons is that's a high commission product. The average fee within variable annuity, depending on what you buy, is 2 to 4% every year. You can accomplish the same thing from the standpoint of transfer of risk for income, legacy, principal protection, long-term care, much more cost efficiently in a fixed annuity. Okay, so what's happening right now is the variable annuities, that's the majority of what's being sold because, you know, people are still greedy. They want the returns.
Right.
But at the end of the day with variable annuities, in most cases, the upside is limited when you add some guarantees to a variable annuity contract. That's the reason I say if you're going to do a variable annuity, do it no load and look for tax deferred growth only and manage that asset.
Sure.
But if you want to transfer the risk, do a fixed annuity and solve for a specific problem.
And I would assume in a market like today's market, a variable annuity comes with a little bit more risk involved in it because you're not really seeing a market that's been growing. I mean, you've had a bull market technically, but really it's off of such low lows that it's not the growth that you'd really expect.
I mean, keyword variable, it's going to go up and down.
Right.
And that's the reason that it really needs to be managed. The other thing we're seeing is that people that are selling variable annuities aren't doing a very good job managing the asset. You know, annuities, again, you buy them for what they will do, not what they might do. That's where the fixed annuities come in, and I think that's a better product.
Yeah, and is there in the marketplace, are fixed annuities as available and flourishing like variable annuities?
Well, they're not being sold as much because people, you know, people want the returns or the perceived hope of a return. But yeah, they're catching on because I think people don't want to lose money. You know, if you lose 30% in 1 year, you got to make 43% the next year to get back to zero.
Right.
The older you get in life, you don't have that time to make that back up. So people are saying, you know what, I don't really want that. I want the product to do this. I want it to do it contractually, and I don't want to worry about it. That's a fixed annuity.
Wow. Well, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the MoneyShow.com video network.